What's up, WWE fans? You're watching Wrestling Edge Files, where every slam and surprise matters. Subscribe now and let's roll in. Next week's Monday Night Raw has already been pre-taped, and the main segment sets the stage for one of the most intense confrontations of the year. Gunther, WWE's in-ring general, makes a cold, deliberate statement in the ring, and CM Punk steps into his path. There are no punches thrown, no dramatic theatrics, just raw tension and intent. WWE insiders have already flagged this as a pivotal moment, one that will influence storylines, rivalries, and character trajectories as 2026 approaches. The dynamic between these two dominant personalities promises to redefine the RAW landscape, offering fans a glimpse of a collision course that blends psychology, credibility, and long-term planning. This pre-taped segment isn't just about confrontation, it's about stakes, dominance, and inevitability in WWE storytelling. Gunther commands the ring. Gunther begins the segment with deliberate authority. He enters without music theatrics, standing tall in the center of the ring, microphone in hand, absorbing the crowd's reaction. The silence is a tool. He lets it breathe, creating anticipation. Gunther doesn't rush, doesn't gesture unnecessarily. He speaks methodically, reminding the audience that legends fall in his ring, citing John Cena as an example of what happens when even iconic competitors face him. This isn't arrogance for show, this is a declaration of dominance, a carefully crafted narrative to reinforce Gunther's persona as the future of WWE. Every pause, every inflection is calculated to project inevitability. The crowd reacts, tension builds, and WWE establishes that Gunther's presence is both magnetic and formidable, setting the stage for the arrival of the other half of this face-off. The calm before the storm. As Gunther delivers his message, the audience feels a mounting intensity. This is storytelling through presence, not violence. Every word reinforces his authority and builds anticipation for the upcoming confrontation. Gunther doesn't belittle his audience, he commands it, emphasizing that his dominance is earned, measured, and unstoppable. The psychology here is critical. WWE uses these moments to establish stakes, credibility, and suspense before any physical engagement. The segment conveys that this isn't about a quick feud or momentary tension, it's about a long-term collision between two powerful figures. The calm, methodical approach ensures that when the catalyst arrives, the audience fully comprehends the magnitude of the incoming shift in momentum. Tension alone carries narrative weight, preparing fans for the inevitable escalation. CM Punk appears. Just as the energy reaches its peak, CM Punk's music hits, instantly shifting the arena's dynamic. The crowd reacts loudly, signaling awareness of Punk's significance. Punk doesn't rush, doesn't smile, and doesn't perform theatrics. Every movement is purposeful, deliberate, and controlled. His focus is absolute, his intent clear. Punk walks to the ring with unwavering poise, establishing that this isn't a chase, a hype moment, or an impulsive confrontation. WWE leverages Punk's presence to balance Gunther's dominance while maintaining suspense. By allowing Punk to enter with precision and intent, the segment emphasizes character parity, psychological tension, and the anticipation of an eventual collision. The audience senses the brewing storm. No words are needed to convey the threat, only the posture, demeanor, and focus of two top-tier personalities. The face-off. In the ring, Gunther and Punk lock eyes, creating an electric atmosphere without throwing a single punch. This face-off is calculated and deliberate. Gunther stands his ground initially, demonstrating dominance and unflinching confidence, while Punk mirrors the intensity, neither intimidated nor reactive. WWE storytelling here emphasizes the silent battle of wills. The audience becomes part of the tension, absorbing cues from posture, expression, and subtle movements. This approach reinforces both wrestlers' credibility. By relying on psychological engagement rather than immediate physical action, the segment conveys stakes, establishes rivalry potential, and foreshadows future conflict. The suffocating tension is intentional. It primes viewers for escalation while maintaining character integrity and long-term narrative possibilities. Both men's personas are reinforced, creating a layered foundation for what's to come. Gunther's exit. Instead of escalating, Gunther makes a surprising choice. He exits the ring on his own terms, smirking but leaving a clear message. This is a storytelling masterstroke. It reinforces his calculated confidence and control. By walking away, Gunther maintains dominance without overcommitting, signaling that he dictates the terms of engagement. Punk is left standing, absorbing the implication of Gunther's departure. This subtle maneuver enhances intrigue. The audience now knows a confrontation is inevitable, but the timing, place, and stakes remain uncertain. WWE uses this moment to create narrative tension without physicality, allowing both characters to retain credibility. Gunther's exit is a statement of intent. Dominance doesn't require aggression at every moment, and the audience now eagerly anticipates when and how the inevitable clash will occur. Psychological stakes. The tension created in this segment is not merely physical, it is deeply psychological. Both Gunther and Punk communicate threat, confidence, and focus without a single strike. The segment emphasizes the anticipation of conflict, relying on audience perception, body language, and storytelling cues. Fans are drawn into the narrative, speculating about outcomes and motivations. WWE's focus on psychological stakes elevates the segment beyond a simple feud. It becomes a study of dominance, patience, and control. Every pause, stare, and deliberate movement reinforces that the eventual clash is not just about physical superiority, but also strategy, timing, and mental resilience. The pre-tape nature allows WWE to perfect these beats, ensuring that the audience feels the gravity of what's at stake heading into future episodes. Collision course. Established. By the end of the segment, the audience fully understands that CM Punk and Gunther are on a collision course. The tension, silence, and subtle interaction communicate inevitability. This isn't a fleeting feud, it is a carefully constructed narrative arc designed to span weeks, with stakes growing higher each moment. Both characters are positioned as dominant forces, ensuring parity and credibility while generating anticipation for eventual resolution. The segment reinforces WWE's ability to build storylines that rely on psychological intensity rather than immediate physical confrontation. Fans leave with questions. Who will strike first? When will dominance be challenged? And how will both characters adapt? The collision course is clear, and the segment's measured pacing ensures maximum impact when the eventual clash occurs. Implications for RAW. This pre-taped confrontation sets the stage for multiple narrative paths on RAW. Gunther's dominance, Punk's calculated response, and the unspoken challenge create opportunities for future matches, storyline developments, and factional dynamics. The segment demonstrates that WWE values long-term planning, crowd psychology, and character integrity. The careful balance between anticipation and action allows creative teams to explore multiple outcomes while maintaining the audience's investment. As a result, RAW becomes a platform for layered storytelling, where conflict is as much about tension, credibility, and psychological stakes as it is about in-ring action. Fans can expect future segments to build upon this foundation, with consequences extending into major events, pay-per-views, and character evolution. Looking ahead. As RAW moves forward, the fallout from this pre-taped segment will shape both characters' trajectories. Gunther's authority is reinforced, Punk's calculated approach is highlighted, and the collision course ensures high stakes for upcoming episodes. WWE's long-term storytelling benefits from the measured pacing, psychological engagement, and audience investment established here. Fans are left anticipating confrontation, analyzing every promo, posture, and glance for insight into motivations and future outcomes. The segment demonstrates that conflict can be compelling without immediate physicality, and that narrative stakes often define fan investment more than championships or matches alone. The stage is set for RAW to deliver a high-impact arc that blends dominance, strategy, and calculated escalation, making early 2026 an exciting period for the show and its stars.